Then we do have some Misty's Pokemon here. We've got a Misty's Magikarp with Submerge. Magikarp here, 30 HP, of course, gets KO'd by just about everything. But as long as the Pokemon is on your bench, you get to prevent all damage and effects of attacks done from your opponent's Pokemon to this Pokemon. So that's pretty nice.
The
And
only
then
uh the only Pokemon impervious to power creep is like Magikarp, I'm pretty sure. Like it's like
30 HP all the way.
even like the babies Pokemon, they stay at 30 HP, but they get better in terms of like attacks and stuff.
Then we've got Misty's Gyarados. Splashing Panic 70 times. Discard the top 7 cards of your deck. This attack does 70 damage for each Misty's Pokemon discarded in this way. And then we've got the ability or the item card Sacred Ash to shuffle 5 Pokemon from your discard pile back into your deck. This is a reprint card. And
Yeah.
then we've got Misty's Psyduck with Duck and Cover once during your turn. If this Pokemon is in play, you may discard 1 card from the bottom of your deck. If you do, discard all cards attached to this Pokemon and put it on top of your deck.
That is just like a really wait, what is the it only works from the bench. Okay. Um it's a really unique ability. I can't think of how that ever when do you all right, here it is. You're playing Lugia, you get Iono'd. Of course, rotation happens, so Lugia's not legal, but let's just pretend the Iono double Archeops at the bottom of your deck. You side duck to discard a random card from the from random card from
I
your
mean,
hand that was Iono to the bottom of your deck. Obviously, yeah, Archeops and Lugia rotate. When does this ever like
it's
trying to think?
for Gyarados, buddy.
Oh, because it puts itself back on top of the deck. Oh, so
Yeah.
it's literally just for Gyarados. Oh,
Yeah.
the trade-off is so bad.
And then you get to use the Max Rod A spec card to get 4 Psyducks back
Oh,
and put
true,
them all
yeah.
back on top
Honestly,
again.
I couldn't do that. I didn't make the connection to the Gyarados. I was trying to think about the discard interaction. That's what I was stuck on, was like, how do we utilize this to make use of the card we're discarding? But I guess there's just no way to do that, and the Missy's deck seems terrible, to be honest, but we are
Yeah,
hitting hard. We are hitting hard.
we've only seen 2
Um,
cards, so
yeah, maybe there's
there
more Missy
could
cards.
definitely be more.
And the Sacred Ash isn't a direct reprint. It is up to, which was one of the flaws of Sacred Ash from back in the day, is you sometimes just have to put a lot of garbage back in your deck. It was a very efficient, not efficient, it was a very high power Pokemon recovery card because you get 5 on an item, which is just like really good. That's like a lot of potential. But sometimes you'd be in a situation where you're like, I want 1 Pokemon, and you had to put 5 back in. So you kind of clunk up your deck with a bunch of garbage. But you played it because you just wanted to play 1 recovery card and you only needed Pokemon. It was played in like Excel Gore decks a lot, I think.
Yeah.
Or
It
like
was not even
Trevenant.
played that often, though. Like, it wasn't like
No,
a
yeah, it wasn't super
staple
popular.
recovery card every deck played it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, now it's up to, which I don't think we should always be everything. Not everything should be up to. Like something should be forced to make it worse, right? It can be like a side effect. But I feel like we are shifting the way Pokemon cards work to be a little bit more uniform, and up to is the way we're headed. Or like Palpad is now up to, Sacred Ash is now up to. So I don't think we're gonna have like the nuance of some cards having almost like a because it's a bad thing for it to be limited to have to, right? But I feel like that's not like a balancing tool they're applying to the game, which is like fine. It's not that big of a deal, but something I thought I would mention. It is technically a buffed Sacred Ash.